1 second, technical difficulties from Windows Update. Wonderful. Whoops. Oh gosh, I gotta go say everything again. But 1 second, I need to try to figure out how to get the other mic working. Knowing Windows Update. I'm not sure why it's not picking up right now. Let me go disconnect it and reconnect it. Yeah, audio probably sounds awful right now. 1 second. Good old Windows Update ruining everything. Let's see. Can I get this working? It's not wanting to work. That's not good. Is there a way to like click refresh on this? Oh, let me replug it again, I guess. Unless it wants to be replugged on the other end. One moment. Okay, can it work now? Properties. All right, testing. Mic, test. Are we back? I think we fixed it. Oh gosh, we gotta go over everything again. But anyways, hello everyone! And welcome to the Gems of War Vault event weekend. So of course this will be taking place over the next weekend, or next 2 days, 6 hours. And it'll be going all the way until the next campaign. So as soon as the Vault event weekend ends, we'll be in campaign number 25. Beyond that, what else did I say? Oh yeah, they ended up changing how the redeem code system is going to be working. It seems like we're not going to get a billion codes to hand out every single month. However, we will still have the shiny pet code to hand out. And I don't believe she sent it to me yet, but I should have it by Monday. So I'll probably hand out the Talk Like a Pirate Day, one of the old ones on Monday. And then we'll have, of course, the one in game on Wednesday. Well, next week has like everything going on. So I'll hand out the code on Monday. We'll have the Talk Like a Pirate Day pet in game on Wednesday. We have Guild War, of course, starting on Thursday for Red Guild War. And that will also do the 8.9 patch. Of course, we've already been in, 8.8. Of course, we've already been within this patch. However, most of the changes within the patch affect this Guild War. So we'll get to finally see all those changes finally implemented. Even though the patch has been out for almost 2 weeks now, it's the first time we really get to utilize a lot of the things that were in the patch. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. So yeah, the codes I have left, we're on final reserves right now. Because all the codes I have left, not that many. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. I just realized, why is my taskbar not working? Why is Windows, every time you get an update, everything breaks? I can't even see my clock right now. It literally says 7:31 p.m. It is currently probably like 8:10 p.m. It's literally frozen. My whole taskbar thing is frozen. I'm not sure why. Anytime there's a Windows update, this computer seems to really break for at least like a few days. Like the microphone stops working, the taskbar thing stops working. Everything just wants to stop working. Yeah, it's 8:04 right now. Yeah, I can't see what time it is. My clock is literally stuck at 7:31 p.m. And it's not moving at all. But anyways, hello Bill Warhammer. Hello Laura. Hello Shia. Hello Stacy. Hello Ron. Hello everyone else. Welcome. Anyways, oh yeah, I can't even hand out a code right now because I can't even get to the thing. Oh no. I just realized that. How am I going to do that? If I click this and I type in code. Wait, I found a way to get around it. Aha! But yeah, this current reserve of codes we might need to make last for a while. So I'm not sure I'll really be able to hand out too many to stream, but here's one at least. And it spells Zap. But there you guys go. But yeah, we're on like final reserves for redeem codes right now. It seems like they might be changing it to only like one a month, but it's going to be the pet code every single month. Because the old system was kind of back from the previous thing. So it seems like they're changing it. Because they never really changed it up since the new pet code thingies. Hopefully we can get a little bit more than one. At least get like 2 pet codes a month would be kind of cool. But I'll mention to her later. Because you only just recently mentioned that like the other day. Anyways, what are we doing right now? I guess we're clearing out dailies and then just spamming Vault event weekend. Just throwing Palooza after Palooza after Palooza. Already got most of the other things pretty much done. Like Underspire already did all the way up to where we need to. Just need to go do all the dead end rooms. PvP, of course, we've been just keeping up with that. Guild event should pretty much be done. I have to contribute a little bit today, but I think we're pretty much done otherwise. Yeah, technically we could let the guild do the rest if we really want to. We'll probably help once. But yeah, let's just go clear out basic dailies and then just start spamming Palooza. What do we have here? Adventure, complete all 3 tasks, sure, why not? Unfortunately, gnomes do not appear here, so... actually, wait, did I? Hold up. No, yeah, they do. It's just the other points that don't appear here. But no, gnomes can appear here. It just says star system doesn't. But yeah, I hope you guys have been having a wonderful start of your weekend. But yeah, next week we're going to be streaming Gems of War pretty much every single day. Because Monday, of course, we'll have the standard campaign 25 start. And Thursday to Sunday, every single day, we'll be doing Guild War. And this is probably the spiciest Guild War we've had so far, because Red is very, very, very strong. Of course, Red Guild War is something that used to exist back in the day, in the previous Guild War system. And is by far the strongest category we've ever had. Because you have to keep in mind that defend teams are a lot weaker in comparison. Because we're back at Red Defend, but now it's not teams trying to counter Red Defend, though they're still going to counter Red Defend. But I mean that in the sense that, you know, they can't use anything. Because before, if it was a Red Guild War day, what would have happened is you would have been restricted to Red, which of course is like this upcoming Red Guild War. But the main difference is they're restricted as well, whereas before they could have ran absolutely anything. But now every single category is also restricted, so it should be a lot easier to get through the battles. The only one that could still be kind of sketchy is, of course, the final battle. Because then it's pure color team versus pure color team. No more redeem codes? Yeah. No, we're still getting codes. It's going to be a lot less of them. I guess it makes sense because most people that stream the game don't really stream it like every single day anymore. Though I did see Cynical was up earlier. Oh no, how often does Cynical normally stream? I'm not able to make his streams most of the time. But I feel like he streams at least a couple times a day. The problem is I think he's on console, so he doesn't actually hand out PC mobile codes. I need to go do Bless so we can get past Web. I really should just set up a cleanse team for this. I do this every time. I just end up switching over to Cleanse Metal and just hoping it works. It's really annoying yesterday as well. Because of course on Yellow Day you have to deal with Silence. And you can't do anything while Silence. At least here we can get Mana Accumulation until they are cleansed. So Web's not as bad, but Silence is awful. Especially Curse Silence, which I had yesterday. It is so bad to deal with. Any Guild War defense strategy in Red Guild War? Which color keep will you pick? I honestly have been considering doing a different colored one. Just to try to counter out the teams. I think we're just going to be sticking with blue though. Though I might cover a different color for the weekly video since we've been covering a different defend each time. And given that it's Red Guild War, I think we'll cover a Red Defend layout. I don't think my guild's going to run Red Defend layout. But I am going to cover teams for it. So that'll probably be the one we do. It could even be worth defending for, honestly. Oh, sorry, did I say blue? I meant green. But, yeah, we'll probably cover red defense and offense. Might as well, since it's Red Week. Obviously, the red offenses will be more important since, you know, this is the main thing everyone needs to use. But I will cover red layout defend as well, since it kind of makes sense given the theme of the week. So I'll just do double red. Monday video will have all the... Well, technically both... the second video will have all the teams. But the Monday video will just have the offensive teams, and then the second video we cover will cover that and all the red defend teams. Yeah, just putting a single Beatrix on a team is a great way just to get cleanse. It's generally the easiest way to do it, especially if they don't have stun. Which these battles generally don't. Except on Brown Day. Alright, there we go. Alright, so, next order of business. We did all that. Oh, so thank you, Ron. No, we're still going to be getting codes. We're just not going to have like 30 every single month to hand out. Which was a bit overkill. Especially with how much we stream the game these days. Like, it made sense when we were like streaming literally every single day. Alright, we did that. Oh yeah, I need to do this other one for the EXP bonus. Might as well, it's Vault Event weekend. Get that little bit of EXP when we're running like a Palooza or something. Which reminds me, I should probably go use all the EXP boosters we currently have banked right now. I think we have like 4 of them in the mail. Because I missed on a day or two. Not doing the dailies, but one of the ones were just something annoying, and generally whenever it's something like that, I don't bother with it. Does he stream Gems of War about 3 to 4 times a week? Nice. Yeah, we used to every single day, then cut back to like 3 a week. Lately we've been doing 1 a week, but we do stream for special occasions, of course, like every day of Guild War and other things like that. Basically whenever there's something going on in the game. Obviously Vault Weekend, like right now. What's the ability of the next campaign mythic? I'm not sure. Do we know in Spoiler the Threads yet? I can go check real quick. I don't believe we currently know, or we might. Might take a little while to load. Loading, loading, loading. October 27th. No, that's too far away. Yeah, I don't think we currently know. Because it should be around this area. But there's no mythic here. See, I don't think we currently know what next campaign mythic is. I guess we'll find out on Monday. Also, I think we're getting the new bleed gem. It was either that or the other one. Alright, anyways, let's get rid of cleanse metals. Boom, boom, boom. Dungeon, Underspire. Underspire, probably just gonna wait on that. Because those battles stack and we just do them whenever. So we'll save that for off stream. I do need to do PvP daily. That's like the last thing we need to go do. It's Naga and whatever the other one was. I did it for Naga because obviously Takshaka, quick kill. But, yeah, we need to go do the wherever the other location is. So let's go do our buff. And then we'll do Naga plus the other one. But yeah, if next season is bleed related, that has potential. The biggest issue with bleed at the moment is there's not enough good troops that do bleed and true damage simultaneously while also having extra turn potential. It's a really big issue across the entire category. Like, the closest thing we have is that one mythic that used to be really good with that one Rogue Spider. But ever since they nerfed Rogue Spider into the ground, she kind of became useless. The only reason she's kind of viable is I believe she has true damage while also having 4 times bleed. So 4 extra turns and you're doing 10 damage, true damage per turn to everything on the enemy team. But bleed has a lot of potential to be good. It's basically just super buffed up poison. Where you can do 10 true damage to all enemies per turn. The only problem is the current meta of the game is so extra turn heavy that you don't really get that much damage out of it. Like, even if you turn 1 4 times bleed the entire enemy team, like over the course of the battle, you're getting like, what, 50 damage to all enemies simultaneously at best? That's like casting 1 troop once for true damage. Even less if it's a Tesla or something that does way more than 50 damage per enemy. Like, it's basically worse than 1 Tesla cast, getting bleed off for an entire battle. Unless it's a really, really long battle for some reason. Which in some game modes that can occur. How many Vault Keys are we going to grab this weekend? Probably just a couple hundred. Like 200-ish. I'll probably get at least 100 tonight. I'll probably aim for at least 3 Paloozas tonight. I think it's a nice number. Alright, there we go. We changed that. So I just need Naga then. And whatever the other one was, because I don't know what it was since I just took the easier of the two. We should probably kill that Takshaka before it wipes our whole team somehow. Yeah, Ruby weapon goes kind of crazy sometimes. It's the highest amount of true damage of any hero weapon at the moment. Yeah, I'm not sure if I got the new code from Jetto yet. But she mostly mentioned that they're changing the system a little bit. But I'm going to see if we can maybe get like a few big codes. Because that's fine if we're not getting like 30 codes a month, because that was really overkill these days. But I wish we could get at least more than 1 big code per month. But if I do get the next new big code by then, we'll be handing out like the Talk Like a Pirate Day pet on Monday. Since it's the same week as the in-game pet. It's also the start of next campaign, of course. Yeah, we'll do that at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. Well, you know, not exactly at that time, but you know, that's when the stream starts. But at some point that stream will hand out that code. Assuming I get it by then. I assume I would. She said she would have it to me in the next few days, and it's been like 2 days since then. But last I checked Discord, it wasn't there, so hopefully we have it by Monday. Oh, so I do still have a reserve of the old codes as well. So as long as we hand those out like once per stream, we still have like 2 months of the old codes. Like enough for the rest of the year, pretty much. Oh, we already got it. I was about to keep doing battles. Alright, what was the other location? Rashka? No. Centaur? Oh, it was Centaur. Ooh, double Centaur. Ooh. That is not good at all. Astral Spirit's not even worth running. Well, what's our immortal? Alright, so we're just running this. Do we have Mana Link to go into his color? We have yellow, yellow. Please have something other than yellow. Yellow? There's no way they're all yellow. Like, it makes sense given what the location is, but wow. Okay, plan B. I'm just gonna run Cleanse with Wand of Stars and just run 1 damage source. I just run it like that with, I guess Mech. Anything to get the ball rolling. Normally I run it for Dispel, but honestly I just run it as my 50% class a lot of times. Alright, what am I doing here? I need, honestly, I almost want to go into yellow. Now, I should do a color that we can do with Wand of Stars. So I'll do like red or something. That should be fine. What do you do again? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, perfect. Because he does red potion gem. Even better do you do red. Oh yeah, Borderlands 4. I've been seeing a lot of ads for it. I've never played it in the Borderlands games. What kind of game even is it? Because based on ads, I want to say it almost kind of looks like what Halo used to be. Though I've also never played Halo. But my understanding of it is in like the Halo kind of category, though a different IP. That's my understanding of it, though I've never played either game. Halo or Borderlands. But my basic understanding of both is they're pretty similar. Kind of. Wait, this person only has 1 troop set. Oh, that's free. I haven't seen that in a while. I thought they fixed that so you couldn't do that anymore. I haven't seen that in a long time. The one Hero Defend. This used to be meta back in the day. Because the only way that can happen now is if someone wins literally with just hero set. Actually, that's something I didn't bother fully watching today either. I just caught the highlights of it. That being Switch 2's Direct today. Also, thank you, Chad, for the $5 tip. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you so, so much. But I didn't watch the whole thing, though the biggest thing that did drop from it that did interest me, though I don't think it's going to be enough for me to buy a Switch 2, is the next Fire Emblem game looks actually good. Because the previous Fire Emblem game of, gosh, I don't remember what it was called. But the previous Fire Emblem game was not it. I'm not sure what they were going for with it, but it did not seem that enticing. But the most recent one seems really, really, really good. Also seems to have a lot of references to Three Houses, which is kind of funny because they know people like me literally like got into the franchise around the time of Three Houses, like when Switch came out with it. So they're never giving that up. They still have themes relating back to that game even in the trailer, which I found really funny. Hey, they found something that works and they just keep running with it. Because I guess they realized from the previous game what happens when they don't do that. But no, it's actually looking pretty good. It's not a good enough game that I would buy a Switch 2 just to play it. But if we were to ever get a Switch 2, it's probably something we would get around to playing. Alright, there we go. Got all of our gold marks, got all of our PvP dailies done. How are we doing our XP booster? Okay, I can use that sometime this weekend. Oh, even got another seasonal goal done. Nice. You know what? Let's go use the burning marks. Might as well. See if we get lucky today. Nope. Well, at least it's better than nothing. Still better than nothing. Alright, you know what we can go run today? I'll hand out an extra code if we get a purple. Though we have very sparingly of them these days. Not a purple? Not a purple? Not a purple. Boo. Purple luck's been really bad lately. Alright, what else have we not checked? That's not worth it. Offers, that's not worth it. Alright, that should be everything. I think we're just do Paloozas now. And I have 3 XP boosters, so perfect. I'll go run 3 Paloozas with 3 XP boosters. And we'll just go set up Cinder Mirage. Use the quick kill, this level team. Somewhere's in here. Double Iron Hawk. Alright, we're good to go. Let's get them rolling. It's kind of funny. I haven't been using a timer for these lately. But now I really don't have a timer because not even my computer's clock is working. It still says 7:31 p.m. by the way. I need to go like full restart the computer after this. Maybe it needs a Windows update for the Windows update because gosh, that Windows update has messed up so much today. I'm not sure what's up with this computer that keeps happening. But anytime there's a Windows 11 update, it like goes crazy for a few days. Like everything with the computer. There's something breaks like every day. Anyways, let's go run the timer into Palooza and let's get rolling. We got 3 of them, so we'll go do 3 of them. Do that. Go to games, go to Soulforge, go to other, go to our Palooza stack, and perfect. That'll bring us down to 10. Alright, let's get the going. Of course, we'll do it in Cinder Mirage. Though we can do it in any location that we have set to Explore 1. And the reason I do it to this is because this is one of the quick kill locations as well. But yeah, it's something I need to troubleshoot later. Because this computer has consistently had a lot of issues anytime there's ever a Windows update. And I'm not understanding what's causing it. Oh, so speaking of games coming out this year, you know what game I still really wanted to play this year that still isn't out? Of course, Silksong came out a couple weeks ago. But the one that I really wanted to do was Slay the Spire 2. I'm not sure when they're planning on releasing it. I'm not sure if they've delayed it yet into next year, but to my understanding, they're still planning to try to get it out this year. I was expecting it to be like a summer release or something, but here we are in September, and I don't think we have an official date yet. Other than, hopefully, this year. Because I'm actually surprised that one hasn't come out yet. Especially since it's coming out in beta. It's not even full release when it does come out. Yeah, I haven't seen anything with Silksong yet. Similar to Hollow Knight, I've been trying to avoid like everything with it, so whenever we play it, we're playing it blind. I still never did finish Hollow Knight, though. Because I was playing it so blind that, honestly, I don't even know how to get the actual completion of the game. I know what we got wasn't true ending. But since we're playing so blind, I don't even know, like, directionally where I should even go to try to get true ending at this point. Like, we did basic ending, we killed one of the super mega secret bosses, or whatever you'd even call it. Grim, or whatever his name is. From that one circus thingy. But, yeah, I have no clue how to get true ending. Of course, we could always just look it up or something. But yeah, I do plan to play Hollow Knight at some point. I mean, not Hollow Knight, I mean Silksong. Well, you know, Hollow Knight, Silksong. But I'm probably going to wait a little bit. But I do plan to play the whole thing at some point. I just have to avoid all spoilers until then. I did it pretty well for Hollow Knight. We played Hollow Knight like several years after it came out. And still went in pretty much completely blind. Yeah, that's one thing I never cared about with the first Hollow Knight. I'm not a big fan of how it handles exploration when you don't have a map in an area. Like, I get what they're going for. I'm not a fan of it. Like, having to explore a new area with no map view in a Metroidvania kind of style game is very, very annoying. Especially because you have to backtrack multiple times anyways because of all the extra power-ups you would get later down the line. But having to go through every single area completely blind makes it kind of hard to navigate until you find the map system. Like, once you have the map, it's not that bad. But everything prior to finding the map, if you somehow skip it, which I did, I think the biggest issue was when I did that in the sewer. Like, the sewer part in Hollow Knight, I somehow skipped the map because there wasn't, like, a hard lock to prevent progress if you skipped it. So I ended up having to go through, like, half that chapter completely mapless until I backtracked for it eventually because it was getting too annoying to do it without it. Hello, Lester. Welcome, welcome. No, we haven't quit Gems of War. Why do you always say that whenever I come back? We've just been streaming it a bit less, but we're still around. And of course, next Monday's the big 25 campaign. Also the second campaign with the new campaign system as well. This will be the second shiny mythic. And honestly, the first one wasn't that bad. That one, Devour Megavore-like alternative. Like, it's weaker than Megavore, but, you know, you're still going to be using it in some situations. If you don't have it, you're not really missing out on much. But if you do have it, you know, there's some utility sake for it. Yeah, you'll still be able to bring it out occasionally. So hopefully it'll start moving those mythics in a better direction, because a lot of those campaign mythics have been so bad in the past. So hopefully they're actually going to be usable going forward. And if next season is Bleed, it might be the first Bleed mythic that's actually worth running. The double. We're all the good gnomes. I want to see like the triple glory into a normal gnome or something. Yeah, almost. His glory gnome has by far the best loot on any of these that can appear here. Second best probably being normal gnome because it doesn't get diminished as much. Because if he drops any amount of gem keys or event keys, it still gets converted into one. Even if he only would have dropped one. It's one of the reasons why doing these are so good for vault keys. Because even though we're only getting like 20% loot for each of these battles, a loot cannot be reduced below 1. So if you were going to get a key, you still get a key. It doesn't give you like, you know, a 20th of a key. Doesn't give you like key dust, which is even a thing. That'd be so annoying if it was, though. That's something I still wish they would fix in this game, the shiny dust system. The return on shiny dust is so absurdly bad, the ratio that they end up doing for it. Like, it wouldn't have been a bad system if the ratio was not as horrific as it was. I forget what it is. It's like 10 to 1 or 50 to 1 or something. It's something absurd. Or 20 to 1. I don't remember. Whenever you get a duplicate shiny, you just get like a small amount of shiny dust. And then like X amount of shiny dust is one shiny token. You have to go through like almost 20 rolls before you get enough for even one extra roll when you get that many repeat rolls. It makes maxing out shinies not really that viable. Because every time you ever re-roll in the future, you're just getting a small amount of useless dust. Obviously, the shiny's like really good. It could be kind of be worth it. But there are very, very few shinies in that category. Or unless you buy in some kind of bundle, like the ones where you buy for like $5 or something similar. Where you kind of already get it max. Though the one for this next PvP season's really bad, by the way. Not worth going for. It might actually be the worst shiny legend we've seen so far. The shiny Viper that's coming in for Red Guild War. I don't think we've seen a weaker one yet. Like, even some of the weak ones we've had weren't that weak. I would say the strongest two so far has been High King Forge, or High Forge. Just because every dwarf team would already be running him anyway, so it's just free value. And the other one that was really good was the Baphomet, or whatever his name is. The one that does extra damage against burning enemies. That one probably gained the biggest benefit so far from being fully shinied out of anything. And the one that gains the least amount of benefit is the one for this upcoming PvP season next week. But Baphomet, or whatever his name was, I think was the strongest one so far. With High Forge definitely being second strongest. Not because his buff was particularly good, but because he's already so viable in the situations where you would be running him. aka, you know, 4x dwarf teams. Like, it's not like the Baphomet thing where you'd build an entire team around it because it's so strong. But High Forge is still good in the sense that any dwarf team you ever have will have him on it, so it's, you know, free value on top of what you would already be running. But every other one has been kind of average. Like, Shaguro was, you know, like, it was made better, but didn't become viable. Teleko from the previous PvP season was decent. I used it a little bit this week to kind of speed things along, but, you know, you can live without it. Like, just running double Zachi is almost the same thing. Like, it performs a little bit better with all of its shininess and everything, but barely. That 1-2 for mine has still been bothering me, by the way. I'm not sure what's up with it. I almost need to go back just to go get it checked. Is initially I thought it was just a little bit of pain because it was right next to the tooth that needed to get pulled. But, I don't know, I've still been having problems. There's one thing I had today for the first time in, gosh, I want to say 5 years. Because they were on sale. Klondike bar. Like a double chocolate one. Yeah, I haven't had them in so long. Like pre-pandemic times, it's been so long. They're still pretty good. But the sensitivity that tooth had to it was insane. Like way above what should be normal. So the timer on this one should be getting close. And then we'll go run 2 more Paloozas. See how many Volkeys we get from this first one, though. Of course, our pity key number is going to skyrocket. Is counting pity and everything, we should end around like 70, 75-ish. Somewhere around there. Is that something else we need to repair? How are we under 10 million gold? How have I been getting that little gold lately? These vault weekends are a great time to get that up. Not gonna do like direct gold farming, but you know, just simply going for vault keys gives you a ton of gold indirectly, regardless what method is used. Generally, it's not worth using a gold farming or soul farming team during a vault weekend, just because they win so much slower. Like, you know, not like exceedingly so, but you know, compared to quick killing, you get more values from killing more gnomes. Like at most, I would do like a quick kill team for Explore 12 if I wanted to mix of both. Tomorrow you'll be another year older and somewhat better out of debt. Nice. Yeah, I've been really careful my entire life not to get in debt. It's one of the main reasons I didn't finish college. If I've gone any further, I would have had to take on debt, which didn't seem worth it. I do want to help my mom eventually pay off this house as well. It's almost fully paid off, but not quite there. But in the next 5 to 10 years, we could probably pay it off. It's technically not my debt, but, you know, I might inherit it one day, so technically it is my debt. But after that, I would have no debt then, once this house is fully paid off. Oh, that's the final one for the set. Hey, nice! Wow, the first one and we get a gnome. Unfortunately, it's the worst one. That's the one I have a billion copies of. But nice. But happy birthday, Ron. Alright, we got 2 more to go do. Let's go do them. Don't think we need to reset anything. Everything's already set up. Let's go run it back. I did want to check how many Volkeys we got. Volkey, quick. 22 is how many we got. Plus, 10 pity. Because the other one was the XP booster. Alright, where was I going? Palooza. Alright, let it begin. Round 2. I know we'll do one more set after this one. Nope, not there. Oh yeah, I don't have a second location set up right now, do I? I probably should have done that. I'll try to do that for the next one, just in case we need it. Because I don't think I have a backup one set on Explore 1, because I think about my Wild Plains to Explore 12 for something I was doing earlier. And to reset it back to 1 will take like 30 seconds of time we could have been using for this. The other alternative to that is I could just switch my team real quick to go kill the Mimic. Hopefully we just won't get a Mimic. One of the few times I don't actually want to see them is, you know, when we're doing Paloozas during Vault Weekend. During Vault Weekends, it's fine to see Mimics. Like when you're farming verses. But during a Palooza, they will always stall you slightly. And extremely so if you're actually going to take the battle. Yeah, honestly, staying in the green these days is hard even with no debt. The economy is crazy these days. Especially in America. Though I'm pretty sure all across the world. Like, especially this year in particular. Yeah, grocery store prices have been crazy lately as well. Like way, way, way above inflation rate. In part because of tariffs, but also in part from inflation combined with tariffs. Yeah, I've definitely been eating a little later lately. Go for like a small breakfast or lunch and just one big dinner. I've had a lot more fruit lately. Like apples, pears, bananas, and the such. But I've been eating later on salads, oddly enough. I've been going a salad crazy lately. Well, technically fruit salads, but you know. I mean, like actual salad. Gosh, the triple misclick. You can't see every single click, but gosh. Tried clicking it in every single way and it didn't want to go. Yeah, I try not to drink soda anymore. Ever so occasionally, like with pizza or something similar. Like foods that go like absurdly well with it. But ever since that 1 year I did no soda. What was that, like 2019, 2020? I can't remember. I think it was 2019. I've been really good about not drinking too much soda. Yeah, prices for soda is kind of insane as well, though. It's literally just like sugar water. Yeah, it's like double, triple the price of what it used to be. Like just like 5 or 10 years ago. But lately, I've even cut tea and such. I've been on like literally just water. Even just sugary drinks, I pretty much completely cut. Like aside from one soda, like 3 days ago was pizza. Because we ended up ordering at one of the local places. But aside from that, I don't think I've drank anything other than water for the last 3 weeks. Other than that one time. No, I'm pretty sure 2020 was no fast food. Though technically I think it was no soda as well. Because they kind of go hand in hand. But no, I'm pretty sure that was the no fast food year. Which was kind of easy because half the year you couldn't even do it. But no, I'm pretty sure 2020 was the no fast food year. It is one thing I've been bad with lately, though. I've been eating slightly more fast food lately. But if I ever do go for fast food, I always do whatever meal deals they have and everything. Like, I will never eat modern fast food without, like, a mega coupon. Like, unless I have something that saves, like, $5 to $10, I will not go out for fast food. Nice, I have another Epic Volkey. That's something I haven't actually been keeping track of these days. Volkeys are really easy because, you know, we normally start at 0. Epic Volkeys, well, they are really nice. I don't actually keep track of them lately. But on average, we should be getting 2 per Palooza. Oh, speaking of things we haven't been seeing that much, first Dragonite Gnome. Luckily, he did not run. Unfortunately, we also do not have enough damage to kill him. Well, we still don't have enough damage to kill him. What's going on here? That's not good. But yeah, more Dragonite for the new dragons next year. If they are even going to come out next year. There's one more Flower Dragons. Those were like, what, April? I'm going to say April. So probably not till summer of next year at the earliest we'd see another set of dragons. So we still have plenty of time to just get them from dailies and such. Not really in a rush. Plus we still have quite a reserve. I think we have over 10,000 Dragonite right now. Which means they could technically release in like a couple months, which are not going to. But even if they did, I think we'd have enough Dragonite to get them. And that reminds me too, that's something else I need to go get later. I still haven't updated EpiPen for the peanut allergy. I can pick that up sometime in November. Because I like trying to wait on it just a little bit sometimes because they expire after like a year. And I haven't needed one since I was like 5 years old. And they're pretty pricey these days. I have pretty much wasted anywhere from like $3,000 to $5,000 over the course of my life on EpiPens. You know, not really wasted, but in a sense I've never needed them during that duration. But of course just to have it just in case of allergic reaction or anything. But if I didn't have that allergy, I would have saved at least like $4,000 just from that alone. I could only imagine how much bad that would be for people that have like really serious medical stuff. Like if you have to start spending like $10,000, $20,000 a year, like if you're in your 20s or something. That would just be so much money. Yeah, EpiPen's more so just in case. So, you know, even if you don't use them, you know, it's still nice to have that one moment that you might need them. But it gets pretty pricey. Like, over the course of my life, it would have been, like, anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000 to use them, like, twice, basically. For, like, 2 uses, it would have been almost $10,000. Yeah, there used to be a lot of nut things and a lot of things. There still kind of is. But over time you kind of know what to avoid and everything. The most annoying thing is eating out at any place that has any amount of nut products whatsoever. These in those situations, you just never know. But you can't just not eat at like any place that has no nuts at all. Otherwise it's like minus 80% of locations. Is this one place I ate out at the other week? Was, gosh, what was it called? Chili's. Isn't it called Chili's? Yeah, I think it's called Chili's. Which isn't a fast food place I would normally eat at. But they've been running some kind of pretty decent deal for like 11 bucks recently. Which is pretty solid. There's like a burger, fries, drink. And you can also get a drink to go, which is nice. So basically 2 drinks. And a soup for like 11 bucks. Plus tax and tip. So it comes out to like 15 after everything normally. Plus I normally upgrade the bowl, so after all that it's like 15 normally. That's not that bad. Like it's enough to completely fill you up. But the main reason I bring it up is like they have nut products there. Like they have some kind of Reese's dessert thing, which obviously I can't have. As well as a nut salad. So I'm kind of concerned to ever get a salad there in case it ever gets mixed or something. Because I'm not sure what they were like back there. But of course, something like that could always get cross-contaminated or something. Just the fact that they have a nut salad of sorts. Alright, what are we doing? One more Palooza. Alright, let's go run it back. How many keys are we up to? We're at, where is it? We're at 44. Nice, we got exactly 22 both times. Interesting. Alright, let's go run our final booster then. And then we'll have about another 20 keys from Pity then. Alright, let's go run it back. One final one for now. Where are we going? We're heading to Other, and we're heading to the final Palooza. Let's go run it. Let's get into it. Yeah, I generally don't eat any foreign cuisine. Just because I'm not really sure which kind of cuisines end up using stuff. And I might be going to Athens sometimes next year. So I definitely got to like look into what kind of Greek foods use nut or not. There's a lot of places I can't really ever eat at because there's just too many nut products. Like Thai food. Or, I'm trying to think of some other ones that are like really high in it. I know a couple of them. I'm not sure why no other one by name is coming to mind at the moment. But I've always heard some people kind of grow out of their allergy. But the last time I've been to an allergy testing place, which I think was around 22 years old, so around 8 years ago, I was still absurdly allergic to nuts. Like, they proc you with, like, a bunch of different things. And, like, a few things triggered. But then there's just, like, this giant red spot exactly where the nuts were. Like, where they tested the nut thing. Like, it was so obvious which one it was. Like, most of them had no reaction. Some of them would have, like, a slight reaction. And that one is just, like, a giant red ball. Like, of course, the biggest issue with it is that blocking the airway. Like, inflammation causing, you know, not being able to breathe because of that. Which is very bad if you can't breathe. For obvious reasons. Nice, another epic Volky. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to do over to, let me know. Because after this Palooza, we'll probably call it for tonight. Grind a little bit more during the weekend off stream. Try to probably hit our 200 Vault Key goal or something. And then on Monday, of course, we'll be in Campaign 25. With the new Power Gem, new campaign, all that good stuff. Oh, our first level up screen, new system. Nice, we haven't actually gotten to see this yet. Cool. Anyways. That threw me off for a second. I was like, wait. But then I realized, yeah, that's from the most recent patch. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, first time I've gotten to see it. How's our Ring Fit Adventure going? Oh, we haven't been doing Ring Fit Adventure lately. Ever since this place got wooden floors, I haven't been trying to do it. I need to go get like an exercise mat or something. Because I can't do it on the wood. I would need to get some kind of surface for it. Yeah, pretty bad asthma when I was younger as well. I definitely still have asthma, but it's definitely nowhere near as bad as when I was younger. I wouldn't say it's completely gone away, though. Because there are still a few things that kind of trigger it. But it's nowhere near as bad as it was when I was, like, you know, 5 years old, 8 years old and such. Even by 13, it was starting to kind of go away. Come on, a few more big drops before the end. They're in there somewheres. I think we've gone quite a few sets without getting a Vault Key. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, we should be seeing at least one Vault Key every 3 sets or so. Oh, no, every 4 sets or so. Yeah, it's starting at 180. We got back-to-back. So on average, we should be seeing about 20 Vault Keys and 2 Epic Vault Keys per Palooza. And we're winning about 5 times a minute. And of course, the Palooza is 15 minutes. So it comes out to roughly every 3-point-something battles, I believe. We should be seeing some form of Vault Key. Like every 3-point-something battles. So whenever we see like a 10+ battle streak, we are going really dry. For that many without a single key. Oh, there we go. We got one there. Still find it crazy how easy Vault Keys are to get compared to back in the day. I always remember that one weekend where we farmed for like 20-something hours and got 0 Vault Keys. During a Vault weekend. Like the early days of Vault weekends. Before they buffed it like crazy with Paloozas and everything. And the pity system. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if that stream, that weekend, was one of the reasons they even added the pity system. Because that was just sad. That it was possible to go that dry. Oh, about 9 Dragonite from that. That means he really high rolled there. That's like an 80 or 100 Dragonite roll. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that legitimately is one of the reasons why they added the pity system. It was the weekend we went 20-something hours with 0 Vault Key. You farm for like 2 days to get a certain trait stone back in the day? Yeah, trait stones used to be pretty scarce. Like when trait stones first came out, getting a legendary fully traded, which was the highest thing you could trade at the time, was actually really hard. Like you're talking like a day or 2 long grind. Depending on how much you were putting in per day, potentially even a week-long grind just to fully trade a legend. Nowadays, just your excess things could just do the first trait and then just double orange orbit or something. Or throw a major orange orb on it. Or do any of the power creep that you could do, just quick heal stuff and just get all the stones that way. Like, it is so quick to do now compared to back in the day. Like, you actively have to go out of your way to try to trait epics and legends. Nowadays, you play a Vault event weekend for like 10 minutes and you fully maxed anything in the game. It's because the Vault Keys gives orbs, and those orbs, of course, can be orange. And those orange orbs just very conveniently max everything in the game very quickly. Yeah, orbs have definitely helped the health of the game a lot, particularly for newer players to catch up. But also some of the more modern ones having something for endgame players to chase for. Things like the major pet orbs and the silver and gold glory orbs, stuff like that. Even the power orbs to some degree still, though a little bit less so. Well, it's because the rate at which they've been adding Power Orb Mythics have been really slow. On average, it was only one every 2 years. But Maelstrom Dagannoth earlier this year being the most recent one, of course. Oh, that's the final Palooza. Alright, let's see. What's the final key tally? We'll even go claim over pity so we could really see what the number is. Oh, you know what'd be really funny? We got 22 Vault Keys on the first one and 22 on the second. If this is 66, we just got 22 3 times in a row. No, we overshot it. We got 24, which is a good thing, of course. But no, that would have been really funny. Because then that would have been 22, 22, 22. But no, we got 22, 22, 24. Which is really good. We're above average on every single one. And we're still getting epic Vault Keys. So yeah, we were above average across the board. It didn't feel like it, but yeah, we were. We averaged 22 point something Vault Keys per thing. And probably like 2 or 3 epics per thing. That's not bad. So we got slightly above average. What's this? Oh, just the bonus reward thingy for our level up. Alright. One more for 69. Well, I could technically do that. I was going to claim all of them, but... There we go. 69. Nice. We got 69 Vault Keys. Now, let me just go claim the whole stack. A little closer to 100 than I thought. Not that bad for 3 Paloozas. 86 already. No, we're about halfway there. Anyways, guys, I think we're going to end it there for now. Of course, we'll still be grinding this Vault event weekend. Probably aim for like 200-ish keys or so. But the rest will be off stream when we do end up doing it across the weekend. Don't forget to, of course, do it yourself if you want to go and grind for it. It is available all the way until the reset time on Monday. And of course, that's basically the rest of this weekend. But of course, that same timer is also when next campaign starts. So once we get back from that, we'll be in campaign number 25. And we'll go over that on Monday, pretty much exactly at this time. Well, obviously a little bit after because I have to record the video and get it out and everything. But hopefully, if I don't fall asleep, a couple hours after this, we'll cover the campaign video thingy. Unless I do, in which case, like, 9 hours after this, we'll cover it. Because normally I get it out by noon if I do sleep in the morning. But if I don't fall asleep that night, because I have to start recording at like 3 a.m., so it's like right in the dead center of the middle of the night. But if I am awake for that, I should be able to get it out like 2 hours after this timer. Just going over the campaign, the new stuff in it, you know, all the standard stuff, as well as Red Guild War stuff. And we'll cover a separate video for both defend teams, or, you know, for the defend teams as well. But the Monday video will have the offensive teams, as well as, you know, all the teams for the entire week, for everything. As the main event next week, of course, is the Red Guild War, taking place on Thursday to Sunday, as well as using all the new 8.8 features. And of course, we got a new pet on Wednesday, so don't forget to go pick that up. And hopefully I should have a redeem code to hand out one of the old Pirate Day pets on Monday, hopefully. I don't currently have that, but they should hopefully have it to me by the time Monday rolls around. And if not, I'll probably do it on the first day of Guild War then. But I'm going to try to do it on Monday if we can, but otherwise it's going to be the first day of Guild War. But we'll find out based on if they get it to me by then. Anyways, guys, hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks so much for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciated. And goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.